Where you were whole of yesterday afternoon.
I told you where I was going.
Don't you preach to me. Sound of your bells coming from the courtyard away. Where you were whole of yesterday afternoon.
I told you where I was going.
Yes, but where you went instead.
I don't think I know what you mean.
You told me you are going to Shiva temple, no?
Yes, like I do every Monday.
Every Monday, is it?
Yes.
Nothing changes. When we were young, Jai's mother and I were newly married. We were not allowed to go anywhere alone together, especially not to see cinema. But we were allowed to go to Shiva temple. So when we wanted to see cinema, we told everyone, we're going to Shiva temple. Nobody took objection.
Bapu, if I wanted to see the cinema, I would have told you the truth.
That is because you know I will not take objection to your seeing cinema.
I would have told you anyway.
Yes, but suppose it was somewhere else. Somewhere else where you know I will definitely take objection.
Where would that be?
Ari, you know very well, because that is where you were yesterday afternoon. It was fortunate for us that it was Mukesh Bhai Patel who saw you. I can trust him, no, to keep his mouth shut. He called me at once out of concern for the family name.
I haven't done anything wrong to spoil our family name.
Yes, but you know how people, they're always assuming the worst.
Bapu, then you should start by reforming such people instead of pointing fingers at your daughter-in-law before you even realize.
Don't you preach to me. I know what I have to do.
I have always been taught to speak to my elders with respect. But since I haven't done anything wrong, I see no reason why I shouldn't speak up. Bapu, Chenni Amma is the oldest living exponent of the Mysore school of dance. And she is the only link we have with the old school. She doesn't even have a single student who is dedicated enough to absorb her knowledge. She's 75 and dying, Bapu. And nobody even goes to visit her. No relatives, no friends. Yes. There is the occasional journalist or curious foreigner who go knocking at her door, but they don't do much for her. Throw her a few annas out of pity. But you know, she doesn't mind all this. She doesn't even mind being poor and lonely. What really frustrates her, Bapu, is that in her youth, she did not have the freedom to express her art. All her childhood years were spent in training, but training that she could never use. All a waste, no, for her? She spends her time now at the temple steps selling flowers. Bapu, when she found out I was a dancer, she greeted me and she pleaded. She pleaded with me to learn the art of Abhinaya from her. She even tried to tempt me, saying she would teach me a few compositions she knew from memory. It was important for her, Bapu, to impart her knowledge to somebody who was worthy of it. And it was important for me to learn what she had to offer. That's why every Monday, instead of going to the Shiva temple, I go to Chenni Amma's house.
And you dance in her courtyard, for all to see.
Only those who are curious enough to peer over the courtyard walls, to see where the sound of dancing bells are coming from.
Your bells. Sound of your bells.
Yes.
Sound of your bells coming from the courtyard away.
75 years old, Bapu.
People are peering over her walls to see my daughter-in-law dancing in her courtyard.
Yes. But dancing the divine dance of Shiva and Parvati.
You think what you are doing is right?
Yes, my husband knows where I go and I have his permission.
Your husband happens to be my son. And both of you are under my charge. And it is my permission you should be asking for to dance, not his.
You would not have given it to me.
And I never will.